everyone, this is Jeff, and welcome back to Outer Worlds Comics. I'm so glad that you could join me today. I went to, we had a big sale. We had the Hall of Justice 10-year anniversary extravaganza. And if you've watched prior videos, my LCS is Hall of Justice Comics. It's down in Parker, Colorado. It's about an hour away from me. So I'm committed to going down. It is a beautiful shop. It's very clean, tons of back issues, great wall books. And just what brings me back really is the people that work there. And that is John, who's the owner, Randy, who's kind of the right-hand man who makes everything click along with John. They're good buddies. And then you got Lucky and Logan, a couple of guys that are people I've gotten to know there that are also helping manage the floor of the shop. Fantastic team. I love them. I love the whole shop. Everything about them is amazing. So they had their 10-year anniversary, which includes on their upstairs, they had a lot of autographs. Maria Wolf was there, a bunch of other local artists. And then I think Brett Beam was there as well. And then they had 50% off of all back issues. I think it was 25% off of wall books and maybe 10% or something off of graded books. And then, of course, they have all their $3 boxes that are 50% off. So I was like, I'm definitely going down there to go check it out, to say hello, congratulate everybody, and then do some digging and maybe get some autographs. Of course, I get there very early. I think there was one other person there when I got there in line. And I had a whole plan. When I got there, that plan kind of went out of the water because I spent, the first 2.5 hours going through all of the $3 boxes. And then I had a list of comics that I wanted to kind of knock off for run fillers. And I spent time going through that. And then my buddy Matt showed up. And we ended up being really hungry, so we went and got a burger and a beverage. So I never even went up and never got an autograph. Never went up and talked to anybody, which is unlike me. I usually do that. I was hyper focused on looking through back issues, and boy, did I get a lot of back issues. I needed a magazine box, so I bought a magazine box. I filled that up with back issues. And then I just knocked off a few other things that I needed to fill runs. So a good chunk of what you're going to see is going to be books that I paid $1.50 for. And then a lot of others I might have paid $2, $3, $4, things like that. I think the most expensive book I bought was $25, but then that was marked down. So whatever that was, I can't remember if those would have been considered. Those might have been like 20% off or 25% off. So whatever. I didn't go crazy. I was looking at some bigger books, but I really just stuck to kind of knocking off some smaller keys that I wanted or fillers and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to take a look at all of that stuff now. And again, hit like and subscribe. I hit 744. I've hit 745 like 3 times, and 3 people have decided, no, actually I'm kidding, or somebody's fallen off. It's been the most turbulent last week for my channel. I got some pushback on my last video as far as maybe talking too much about value versus reading. And I would say to that, like, if you watch my channel, this is a me hunting for comic books channel. More than anything. And I've been doing that with records for 20 years. I've been going to flea markets and hunting and finding deals and finding like a $20 record for $1. It's fun to me, that's what I'm into. So that's kind of what I'm doing with comics right now. I read comics. I read comics as much as I possibly can with my time. But I also love the hunt and the thrill of the hunt for comics. That's what I enjoy. There are lots of channels where they're deep diving into artists and comics, and that's what they talk about. They're not necessarily doing the showing off of hunts and stuff like that. There's a wide variety of content creators out there. Mine just happens to focus a little bit on a bit on what I'm going out and trying to find. I do try to highlight books that I like. I'm learning. If you've gone back into the beginning of this channel, every bit of this has been a learning experience. This is coming up on, I'm not even 1 year into doing this channel. So maybe by year 2, I pivot towards highlighting more of stuff I'm reading and artists that I'm getting into. But right now, I'm just kind of consuming as much as I possibly can. And a lot of that has to do with going out and finding the comics. So I don't know what to say. But anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, commenting, like, and subscribe. And let's check out what I got at the Hall of Justice 10-year anniversary sale. Here we go. All right, so what I figured I'd do is we just speed run through this because otherwise we've got a really long video. And yeah, so I thought it could be short. Hulk, Wolverine cover, why not? Had to have it. Working on that Booster Gold run, so grabbed a bunch of Booster Golds. Those weren't $1.50, but I think I got them for like $3 a piece or something like that. Howard the Duck, of course. I'm always looking for some Howard. And Hulk's on the cover. Judgment Day, that's a spec thing kind of, and I want to read the story. But I've heard that they could getting into that storyline. So picked up a few issues of that. I do collect Defenders. Knocked off some issues for Defenders. I got those for very cheap, which was fantastic. And yeah, so just Fantastic Four, Firestar. Why not? I feel like that could be a spec. Who knows? Maybe she shows up. And grabbing Frankenstein. I needed that Hulk annual, so that's great. And worked on some other Hulk issues I need for that volume. Got that because I was going to get signed. New Mutants, working on that run. Newsstand. I was trying to grab newsstands as much as I could on this stuff. That's like a drug issue for Teen Titans. And it's like a retail issue, so that was kind of cool. I don't know why I grabbed that. Nightcrawler newsstand, which why not, for $1.50. Paper Girls, I don't know. Razorline. Ren and Stimpy, issue number 1, newsstand. And then I got a later issue newsstand. I ended up, what you'll see in this is I bought a lot of kind of later issue Spider-Man. I got some Wolverine, all newsstand stuff for $1.50. I love the indie stuff that you saw there. And yeah, it was just kind of, that's like about marijuana. I don't know, it was weird. I just grabbed it. I like weird stuff. Don't know why I got that. Silver Coin just looked interesting. Figured I'd read it. Warlock I collect. I'm trying to finish that 6 from Sirius, so knock some issues out there. Spawn, I think I've completed 1 through 25 with a couple of those. That was a newsstand. That Spider-Man that you just saw. Spider-Girl newsstand. All these Spider-Man, not that one, but some of them are newsstands in here. Deadpool Spider-Man's cool. But like that's a newsstand. So I was just looking at a newsstand right there. I love Spider-Punk. Grab some of those. I'm trying to finish Squadron Supreme. Star Wars, there were a lot of keys in there that I got out of it for $1.50. So I like Star Wars stuff and was just grabbing some keys, some fun books. So why not? I love Star Wars. Anything a Wookiee, Acolyte there. Darth Vader's the man. Just a lot of Star Wars stuff for $1.50, and why not? Mandalorian, all good there. A little Yoda number 1. I like that cover. That was cool. Suicide Squad, I think 2 through 5 maybe in there. Thing, I'm working on that run. I want to get it all in newsstands, so I picked up a bunch of newsstands. Thunderstrike newsstand, number 1. I thought that was cool. And West Coast Avengers, there's that Wolverine newsstand with Juggy. And then that Wolverine Max, I'm almost done with that. Completed that almost. I think I need a few issues. But all those are $1.50. X-Files, working on that run. I love X-Files. So there you go. All right, so this is the special stuff I'll show off. So first off is what I'll show you is, these were from the $1.50, but I also am wanting to collect Alpha Flight, complete the series, all in newsstand. I might have mentioned it in a prior video. So I found some newsstand Alpha Flights. This is number 7. This is number 8. Number 11. All for $1.50. This one shows that I paid $3 for, but I ended up, for some reason, getting 2 copies of this one. So I ended up with doubles, and I got one of them for $1.50. So sometimes when you get in a frenzy, you're not paying attention. See, it's getting a little glare on there. I don't know what's happening. It does seem like there's a glare. Oh well. Anyway, newsstand. And then one more. We got a puck kicking somebody in the face. So that's number 16, newsstand. I think I paid half of cover price because this was in like the back issues, but there was no sticker on it. So, and I know this is a somewhat new release, but anyways, Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon Rise #1 variant, the Marvel Studios cover. But I'm a big Werewolf by Night guy, so added that to the collection. And I realized there is a glare. I'm not sure how to fix that. That might be from above me. You know what? We're just gonna roll with it. We got New Mutants #45. I needed this for my run, and I paid $5 for it. It's in nice shape. Found this one. You know, they have inside. I've shown video of it before. I did not take any video inside. They have their back issue, you know, alphabetized boxes, so you can dig through the long boxes. But then they also have shelves scattered, you know, throughout the shop, just stacked with random back issues, all generally like decent little keys. You know, they could be anywhere from a $10 book or a $5 book even, but usually the lowest is like $10 up to maybe $40. But for the most part, they're in that $10 to $25 range, and you just have to flip through. There's a lot of them. Just got to like flip through them. It's a different way to look for books instead of just digging through the long boxes. They purposely do it that way. Some people want to dig through a box. Some people like the shelves. So I found this just digging through a shelf. It's a Neil Adams cover for Superboy, which I just try to collect as many Neil Adams covers as I can get. It does have a crease there, but I got it for $5. Otherwise it's in really nice shape. It's just got this crease. So very cool. It's a great cover. For $5, I'll take it. Got this Blade #1 variant cover, Marvel Icon variant, and I got it for $2.50. I needed this for my Blade collection. I've got, this is Blade Volume #1, and this is issue #2. So I still need issue #1. I think there's only 3 issues in volume #1. There's some photo cover variants. But anyway, I got this for $5. So I was really happy to find that. And then this is #3. So again, I got that for $5. Knocked out some Marvel 2-in-1 numbers that I needed. I'm getting very close to being done. I think I need all in like 1 through, let's say 75. I need maybe 10 to complete it. And a lot of those are like 1 through 15 numbers. So anyway, this is number 14. I love it. This is an early appearance of Son of Satan, I believe. All right, we got Marvel 2-in-1 #16. Nice shape. I can't remember what I paid for these. Like these were in the back issues, so I think around like $4 to $5 or something, $2.50 to $4. I don't know, something like that. Not a lot. Number 29 and number 42 and number 67. Hyperion, very cool. All right, and then I knocked out some Howard the Ducks, and I got these all for like $2. And I think that it's a shame. I think Howard the Duck should be worth more. And other than #1 in the Kiss issue, there should be. Howard the Duck is the man. I love Howard the Duck. So I got number 4. I got number 14. I mean, look at that. A duck possessed. It's a demon, Howard. That's awesome. We got number 17. These are all in really nice shape too. And I got them, I think, seriously, I think they were like $2 or $2.50. I couldn't believe it. So number 17. This is a great cover. Number 26. There you go, $4 on this one. We've got Voltron number 3 in a 3-issue limited series newsstand. It's got some dings. It's, you know, it's probably like a 6.5 to a 7.0, but I think that's still pretty cool. Voltron number 3 newsstand. I think I paid $5 for this, so I felt good about that. And then these are my last kind of bigger books. This was $20, so I paid 10. I've been eyeballing this book for a while and just hadn't pulled the trigger. But the official comic adaptation of the Warner Brothers motion picture Batman. This movie was so critical. Sometimes when I tell my story of how I got back into comics, I forget to mention how important this movie was. And it really kicked off a little bit of another run of me in comic books. And I was collecting a lot of Batman back then. And if I ever had a dalliance into drawing, of being an artist, it was during this, because this movie. I started drawing Batman like crazy and really got into drawing. And then it just kind of fell off. I think I got into golf or whatever. But there was a moment there where I was trying to draw, and it was all Batman cowl, Batman cape, kind of stuff like that. So had to have this. $10. It's in great condition too. This thing I got for like $6 because it was 50% off. I think I can press out. There's a little creasing right there, but I think it's pressable. It's a beautiful copy, number 184. I think it's the first time Daredevil and Punisher team up, maybe. But man, this cover is one of my favorite. Any of all covers, this is my favorite. And I've been eyeballing this book for a while. Just hadn't come across the right copy or the right deal. And I'm telling you, I think I got this under $10, if I recall. I got it at a great deal. So I thought, man, I was pretty fortunate there. Beautiful, beautiful copy. This was, okay, I found this. I paid $1 for this. This is Destroyer Duck number 3. I seem to have a duck thing. So I want to get into Destroyer Duck, get more into his history. Yeah, so Destroyer Duck number 3. I got that because my biggest book of the day was I bought Destroyer Duck number 1. This was $25, so I paid 50% off of that. And this is the first appearance of Gru, I believe, in this book. But it's a pretty nice copy. I mean, it's 9.0 at least, which I'm happy with that, and got it for a good price, I think. I mean, I know I've heard people say, oh, I used to get Destroyer Duck for $2, and maybe that's still happening out there. I haven't run across it. It's all of a sudden became a book I needed to have. Got it for 50% off. I'm pretty happy about it. So Destroyer Duck number 1, very special lawsuit benefited issue number 1. I think there's like a thing about Kirby on the back of it or inside it. I can't remember, but there is a thing about it's something to do with Kirby. There's a history behind it. I've read about it before. I can't spit it out now. Okay, but my 2 books that I'm most excited about, everybody, is I found Guardians of the Galaxy number 56. I paid $3 for it. This officially completes my run of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So I can now sit down and read the entire run, and I'm very, very excited about it. And yeah, so there we go. I completed a run. But even bigger, guys, even bigger, a book that I have not been able to find in the wild. I've been looking, and it's not going to be what you think. You might be thinking Alpha Flight, because I need one book to complete that. But it is not Alpha Flight, so I'll go ahead and let the air out of the room now. But it's pretty much just as big. And people, that is West Coast Avengers number 100. I am officially done with the West Coast Avengers. I paid $5 for this, which seems to be insane that I would pay $5 for a... I know there are a few keys in that run that are definitely worth $5. I didn't think this one would be worth $10, let alone $5, but happy to pay. I would have paid $10 for this book, to be honest with you, because I have not seen it. It seems like one of those books that I'd probably, now that I own it, I'll find a million copies of it, because they put out a lot of these chrome, whatever that word is, that not thinking of right now, foil, I guess. They made a bazillion of them. I have like a ton of the regular Avengers ones, and Fantastic Four, I think, had some, but I couldn't find this one. And I was talking to the owner, or the guy, Randy, who works at the shop, has been looking for it along with my Alpha Flight book. And we got to talking right when I arrived at the sale, and he was like, I know there's got to be one in here. I've seen it before. And I was like, I bet you I'll find it on one of those shelves. And sure enough, when I was looking through one of the shelves, there it was. And I grabbed it and ran up and found him and showed him, hey, look what I got. So I can now sit down and read the entire run of Avengers, West Coast Avengers. I've probably read like 1 through 30 something back when I was a kid. And maybe when in 2007-ish or 8, I bet you I sat down and read it, some of it again. But I'm going to sit down this winter and really read the whole thing. I am really excited about that. So that's that. Oh, you know what? That's not that. We're almost at that. But when I was there, I had they had a claim sale, and they had the remaining of their Monster and the Wolf books. So I bought 2 of them for $10 each. Crazy. But I figured we'll open those. I'll just mention that. Let's see if I can have some scissors. Hall of Justice, if you come to Colorado, gotta go. It's an incredible shop. The 10-year anniversary is really exciting. Just the nicest people that work there. The ownership's fantastic. Everybody, Randy's my man, a friend. Everybody there is a friend, honestly. It's a great shop. So you need to go. They did a huge autograph session. Had Maria Wolf was there. I didn't even get one autograph. I didn't talk to anybody. I feel terrible. But I really got sucked into diving for books. And I was there for like 3.5 to 4 hours maybe. Met up with my friend Matt. We ended up going and getting some lunch afterwards. So it was like a dream day, honestly. It was so great. And it's all really thanks to a great shop like Hall of Justice. So kudos to them. Congratulations to them. All right, let's open this thing. Let's see what we got. I've still not really figured out the best way to open these. And without messing the corners up, I feel like I'm a disaster at opening these things. I'm sorry. All right, so let's see what we got. I haven't gotten a double of any of these yet. Ooh, I don't have that one. That's very cool. Anything in there? No golden ticket. I don't know. That's number A24. I have not gotten a foil out of any. All my bags from Hall of Justice did not get a foil yet, unfortunately. So this one feels, I gotta tell you, this one feels a little different. I don't know if that's possible. Oh, I'm an idiot. Because it's bagged and boarded, you fool. We'll just go ahead and pretend that didn't happen, everybody. A senior moment. All right, so let's see if I can do this once again. Thanks for sticking around if you're still here going through this. I'm sure this is another long video, but that's what I do, people. And what are we going to do? It's winter, it's dark. You can sit around and watch me fumble through opening a bag. Because I see people do it. They don't have to do the little side slit like I feel like I need to. All right, still no doubles. I've opened, that is my 12th blind bag that I've opened, and I have not gotten a single double. I have not gotten a single foil, and I don't think this is either. Ooh, that's cool. I don't have that one. I don't think that's the trick or treat variant, though. Okay, so no. That's really cool, though. What is that one? Oh, that's not a trick cover, though. So that is, I can't see where it's at. Ba 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 ba, fill in space and time. Oh, this is A18. All right. So I got no doubles, though. Out of 13, 14 bags. Not one single double, so that's cool. Yeah, so we'll add that to the collection. Okay. People, we are getting, I would love to get, I need to get 1,000 viewers by late January. That is the goal. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your girlfriends, your boyfriends, whatever friends you have out there in the world that, you come over and hang out with me on my show and channel and be amused at a guy who's learning about the comic book industry and comic book collecting. And if you're someone's new someone's trying to get into the collecting world of comics, I'm a good channel to watch because I'm learning as I go, and I'm sure sometimes I say silly things and people are shaking their head, but that it is what it is. So I appreciate everybody watching and hope everybody's doing good out there. Peace out.